Hey everybody, it's me, Sean, and welcome to another brand new Let's Play series. We are getting a lot of new games recently. This one I actually paid for myself because I am really excited to play this. I've been watching Foxy Fern, our good friend Foxy Fern, play this. If you haven't checked out her channel, you really should. She's been playing this for a while, and it really has caught my attention. It looks like a lot of fun, and I'm excited to be playing it myself. So I played a couple of hours worth of playing around. And I think we are ready to go for a Let's Play, so let's do it. We're actually going to go ahead and try hard. I haven't tried hard difficulty yet. I'm doing alright on easy difficulty. But you know what? I like to play hard difficulty, so let's do it. We're going to have a harsh land with more raiders and dragons and the potential to actually lose the game if our happiness gets too low. Now, one thing that's kind of important is choosing a good land to start on. I wouldn't be too unhappy with this one, but I don't like that lake in the middle of the land, so you kind of need to have stone and wood and arable farmland at the very beginning. Now I guess I could, we can get invaded from here and we can get invaded from here, so I feel like we're really open to invasion, but I could tear down a lot of these trees at the very beginning before I start. You know what, let's go for it. Let's do it. We're going to accept this land. I will go, with the 20-sided die. Now, I'm not quite sure what the additional banners, like how you open up more banners. I haven't done that quite yet. Maybe you need to get some sort of achievements or something like that. So, first thing that you want to do, of course, is to place down your keep. So we're going to do that. Now, the reason I decided to go with this lake here is because when you build buildings on waterfront, they do get a happiness bonus. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that a little bit. And with this forest here, we're actually going to just cut down a lot of this forest the old-fashioned way. And that's maybe not such a bad idea at the very beginning. So we'll put our first keep here. I got to go through and I got to mark a lot of these forests to be chopped. So we're going to do that with a bunch of forests here. But that's no big deal. And that'll get us a lot of wood at the very start. And you do need a lot of wood before you can even get your wood cutting thing going. You need to have a lot of wood, so this may be a better option than what I was doing. And the land is really fertile, so I like that. Fertile land is valuable. Obviously you need to have farms, and I've found that having your farms very close to where people live is really important. One of the test games I did, I tried building my farms off in one area and my housing in another area, and having the housing far away from the farms is a really bad idea. You end up with a lot of walking around that should not be being done. Yeah, that was not so good. But we can put a timber cutter over here. We can put a timber cutter over here. So we have plenty of room for timber cutting. We're going to have plenty of wood to start with. I want to get the road running up here. I guess it's going to be a little while before we can do that. So we can start planning a road over here, which will allow us to build some houses like that. And I can't quite start out with the nice houses, but we'll start out with some hovels. It's fine for the very beginning. We're going to want to have a few more than that to start with, though. There we go, and now I want to let it run for a little bit. Just like in RimWorld, you don't want to stack up too many chores for your little people. I guess they're peasants in this game. You don't want to set up too many chores for the peasants, or else they will get way behind and nothing will get done. The game doesn't assign people to do jobs, which I find... like, it does assign people, I guess, but like I can't assign who does what job or anything like that. I really have no control over who does what work. And I find that a little frustrating. But you can overcome that if you try to just keep some idle people at all times. Those will basically be your construction workers. And so you want to try to keep some idle peasants. I keep wanting to call them pawns. You want to keep idle peasants around for when you have construction that needs to be done. Obviously these guys not only doing the construction, they're also chopping down all these trees and everything. I do want to build a quarry over here. My road's not long enough. So I guess we're going to build a road over there as well. Industry quarry. We're going to put a quarry there. We're going to want a charcoal maker before too long, but we don't need it quite yet. I'm going to extend the road up here so we can start building our lumber thing when the time comes for that. We actually ought to get some food going too. That would be really bad to not have any food this early on. That's probably more than we're going to need, but we'll start with that much. Going to want to slap down a granary too before we get very far here. As a matter of fact, I might cancel that one. There we go. And we'll put a granary there. Too far from the roads, huh? Well, you know what isn't too far from the road? That square right there. Now, from what I understand, I mean, it makes sense, right? Hard difficulty is going to be more difficult than easy difficulty. And the easy difficulty can be a little difficult. It's not as easy as you might think, as the name might suggest. Not quite that easy. But I feel like I have a basic idea on the starting priorities, and I feel like we're making a good little path towards achieving some of those. Let's put in, we're going to want a well. We're not quite ready for that. So we'll put in a hobble right there. No one is available to work in the new construction yet. That's because they're busy chopping down trees and such as. But that's okay. We've got a lot of wood, 106 wood, so I don't need to worry about putting down a lumber yard quite yet. We have some time for that. Definitely need to have food coming in. I need room for a few more peasants. Happiness is down because of food shortages. That makes sense. Peasants definitely need to eat. You always want to get your food pulled in. If the snow comes before you have your food harvested, it will kill all of your food, and that will make people unhappy. So similar to RimWorld in that sense. From what I understand, the wood does not deteriorate while sitting outside. But we need more people. We kind of need to get our happiness up before we get more people in here, though. Not sure what else we can do to get our happiness up. These advisors, they're pretty worthless. I didn't even mean to click on them. I don't know what everybody is doing. They're not cutting down these trees, that's for sure. They're not building this thing. I don't know why. What is everybody doing? Are they busy working at all the construction stuff? I'm going to go ahead and shut down this quarry. And then maybe the people will get back to work. And that should be a well, right? Is that what I set up there? It is not. Did I not set up a well yet? Definitely need one. Because we don't want fires. So let's get that well going. Fight the fires. Fires are a real challenge in this game. And well will also add happiness to add some happiness to these guys. Still have plenty of wood, which is great. Reasonable amount of stone, although you burn through stone pretty quickly. Do I have enough stuff for a granary? So we'll go ahead and put that there, I guess. We're going to build a road going along here. Got room for more farms up into these areas here. Good for farms. All right, there we go. Now we're actually stockpiling a little bit of food. I think I'll still need more farms. We have some idle peasants. That's great. We definitely need idle peasants. Let's set up a few more farms, like there. And once we get the peasants building that up, what else do we? Oh, we need charcoal. And we definitely will need wood production before we really start doing charcoal. So let's go ahead and open up our quarry. Because we do need, there we go, we need some stone to build a forester. So we can build one over here. Sure would like to have, I guess I can do it. All I got to do is just extend the road out by one, and I'll extend the road out by one that way too. And we go industry, forester, and then I can put the forester right there. And then I'll be able to put another one over in that forest. Now these immovable stones, eventually you can move them. You need iron, I believe, or tools, I mean, which you get from iron. But first we need to get charcoal production. We have a lot of stuff to do before we start getting tools. Eventually you can start doing weapons and stuff as well, although I haven't really found the weapons to be effective. I've trained knights and trained armies, and then my armies just get wiped out. So it's like, I don't know if that's really worth the expense. Archers and stuff do a really good job. Somehow they come up with their own weapons, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, we'll get this thing built and producing, and then I will get a charcoal maker going, which will help make our peasants happy. There we go. So charcoal maker right there, and maybe even a small stockpile right there. And then we're going to put the road down along this like that. There we go. I like to try to build my housing in little blocks. That way the services are kind of grouped together. So I'm going to build a little block of these guys, and then of course these will get a bonus because they're next to a lake, so they'll get a good happiness bonus. I also need to get a tax thing set up here soon. You can't build defenses without tax money, so I basically need to slow down on all my building and let the game catch up with me. I don't know what the proper ratios or any of those things yet. I haven't really studied this game enough to know it. But like, I feel like I'll probably put a library right here, which will encompass this area. So I'm basically going to make this area my housing area. I think I don't want to build up next to the lake because I want to have the opportunity to build a wall there later. Not the lake, but the waterfront. Eventually I could build a wall across the river there, I suppose. You can build bridges. I don't think bridges will stop the Viking ships, but I don't know. I haven't seen that yet. Seems like the Vikings would be able to just attack your bridges and destroy them rather than like letting them stop them from coming in. Maybe I'm going to shut off my quarry here until we get caught up on all our construction. Actually, I think I should probably shut off our forester as well. And then, because once we get this house built, we'll get a bunch of new peasants to move in, and then I won't have to worry about how we're going to lose a bunch of food here, I think. Winter caught me sooner than I was expecting. Well, we didn't lose too much. Looks like we lost 8 up there. But we've got a good surplus, 187. We've got room for plenty more people. All our construction is done. We've got two idle guys. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on our forester here. Great. And then we'll get a few more people to move in, and I'll turn back on our quarry. Once we need 4 people to run the quarry, so I'd want to have 4 or 5 idle peasants before we do that. None so far here in year 11. Probably going to get a dragon attack before too long. It's usually around year 15 or so that the first dragon comes by. There's our small village, 25 population. Congratulations to us. So now our next priority should be to get a defensive thing set up. And that's going to mean quite a few more stone blocks, so I don't really want to take anybody away from the quarry or anything like that. Now what was advisors, got it, yeah. Yeah, advisors, I don't care what you have to say. They're somewhat useful the first 20 minutes or so that you play, but they become pretty useless after that. I mean, they tell you that a threat is coming, but it's just a common sense thing for the threats that they tell you about, so it doesn't really serve as particularly useful advice. Our food is staying strong. You definitely need to pay close attention to your food stocks. They go quickly when your population surpasses your food income. I lost a little bit of food there. Not too bad, though. We're at 230, so we're doing all right. What I need is more stone. So I could build another quarry over here that uses so many people in those quarries. But you definitely use a lot of stone. We use a lot of wood, too. And we'll want a second wood cutter pretty quickly. But for now, a second quarry is definitely a better priority. And we'll put that right there. The industry and stuff doesn't need to be next to the road. You can see people, they kind of walk around like, you know, they're walking over to get to these farms and stuff like that. So there's no need to have it exactly where you might think it's supposed to go. Oh, I built this stupid, I built that tower for my archer, but I don't have, I'm going to need money, which means I need that treasure room before I can even build an archer on there. So that tower, too bad. I could have built the treasure room with all the stone that I put into building that tower, plus what I have now. So I'm not sure how to get these guys to harvest this food any faster. I mean, I've got my granary right in the center. I guess I could build a road to go alongside those farms. Maybe I need to have more idle peasants. I don't think the idle peasants affect your harvesting, but I'm going to hold off because it's summer or fall. Now it's fall and it's coming into winter, as you can see. So let's just leave it alone. But you can see I still have 2 idle peasants, so they're not helping. And what are those guys doing just standing there? Oh, they're just standing there because my granary is full. Well, nothing I can do there. So I'm just producing too much food. So that means I might want to actually shut down some of these farms. Let's see, this is producing 12 a year. 12, 12. They're all producing 12, huh? All right, so let's go ahead and shut down. Try shutting down 3 of them. And that'll free up a few peasants. And I'm going to build another cottage. And then I need to get 52 stone, and we can build the treasure room. Or not 52, but 50. I need to get 250 stone. That's what I meant to say. There we go. Treasure room, ahoy. I can really build it wherever I want. I think I'll build it right there. It doesn't need to be next to your castle or anything. It looks like it's supposed to be, but they have no need to be contiguous. You can click on a building while it's building and follow the progress. It shows you where everybody is going as they gather up all their items and everything. So that's pretty handy. I find it's useful to keep small stockpiles kind of scattered around. We have a pretty small area right now. I don't really need to worry about it. But, you know, another good thing to keep around is wells. They don't require any employees, and they do provide a very good benefit, and that is that they help you when you have fires. And fires are pretty common in this game. So we're going to put a well there, and I'm going to put a well over here also. I think I wanted to put a road there, though, so I'll put a well right there. Yeah, that should be fine. And that'll help keep fires from spreading, because they just, spontaneous fires just pop up out of nowhere. So my treasure room is done. I can start collecting taxes. My happiness is very high. They're going to take like a 12-point happiness hit because I'm collecting taxes. So you'll see that the average, there you go, trending towards 74, but 74 is plenty. I think you tend to want to keep it above 60 or so. I like to try to keep it in the 70s if I can. I don't really know if it makes a difference one way or the other. All right, so our food is still quite strong. We have idle guys, idle peasants, so that's nice. We have, I could start collecting iron already. It seems a little soon for that. How about, I would probably rather start baking food. And so I'll put a baker right there, right next to the granary. Also, I was going to put another block on there, have that one go 3 high. The taller your towers are, the longer the range the archers have when you set them up. But you can only make a tower 3 high without having additional towers next to it. And I find that 3 high towers are pretty good throughout most of the game that I've played so far. I've never played past like year 100. You can see the time goes by pretty fast. We're already at year 17, so we'll probably hit 20 years by the end of this episode. I need 20 gold to get up to building that tower, the archer tower. So, but as you can see, I can't place another block on there. It says build surrounding blocks first. So I don't know if I'd only need to have 1 on there or if I'd need to have, you know, 1 on each side or something, but it doesn't really matter because we're just going to stick with that. Now this will have 2 employees and we're going to have to pay their wages, so I will need to keep money coming in. Over here in the town category, Tavern is nice to have. It improves villager happiness. I do like to try to get the library first, although it is much more expensive. So you know what, let's do the Tavern. If I put it, so I was going to try to have our housing and stuff over here, huh? And I want to have a road that comes up there. So I'll build the Tavern right here. Well, yeah, right here will be fine. And let's build the road like this. There we go, and we'll put houses in the middle here. And we'll put a library probably over in, or actually I think I'll probably put the marketplace right there. Maybe I'll put the library here. Or actually, centrally located would be better, so probably right here. Because, well, it's going to take a little while before we get to the library. Wow, I can build a hospital already. I usually wait a while to build a hospital. Although I don't know how early the plague is going to start hitting me here on hard difficulty. I think I can take my chances. So we're we're not running low on wood or anything, but we're not like doing great on wood either. I forgot that the baker takes charcoal, so we probably need another charcoal maker. I'll just put it right there. Should be fine. And charcoal ends up going to the market. We have 44 beds, 44 population, and no idle people, so we definitely need more housing. Wow, so we're already running short on wood. Yeah, we definitely need to build the second, build up another of those foresters, so 15 wood for that. And I think I'm actually going to go ahead and chop some of this wood down. We won't need it for our foresters or anything. And it'll be nice to get that land. I'm not sure why it won't let me chop that one down, but that's alright. It's no big deal. Food, I should turn these gardens back on. I'm glad I noticed that we were running low on food. That would have been bad. And wow, episode's over already, huh? That was really fast. Well guys, this is Kingdoms and Castles. I hope you're having fun. I can't wait to see how this turns out. As always, leave me a comment in the comment section. I like to hear from you. And if this is your first time watching my channel, check out some of the other stuff. I play RimWorld quite often. I've really been trying to branch out lately and do a lot of different games. I do some fun games that I get free keys for. Those are really fun. I do other games that I really enjoy, like this one that I'll pay good money for. And sometimes I play older games that I just have owned for a long time. I do streams, check those out. And I love talking to my viewers, so leave me comments and I will respond and we'll have a good time chatting it up down there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.